Someone flicks me a bad body. Say, oh, it's another one, yeah. It's a full strong, yeah. Oh, it's another one, yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to iBoxingHub. I go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Tre. What's good?
All good, cuz. What you saying? Hopefully it's been a good week, and hopefully everyone in the community is obviously blessed as well. Fight week, so I'm excited. I'm sure you're excited, cuz you obviously got the shades on. Hopefully it's not because of hay fever or nothing, but hopefully you're good, cuz I'm recovering well.
Good. Boy, where do we start? Just before we go on to the main event, the Haney and Garcia, I want to briefly touch up on the 5v5 Matchroom vs Queensbury. What's your thoughts on the overall team, the people participating in the event?
Ooh, you know what? Just before we get into that, we have to obviously give a shout out to D-Rock, of course. We're working in association with D-Rock, so guys, support them. And by supporting them, you're also supporting us. And you obviously have the likes of, Johnny Nelson, Joseph Parker. You've got Mr. Sports Entertainment also endorsing the brand. You've got myself, yours truly, Tre, endorsing the brand as well. So if you like the blue, if you like the black, just go into the description and just put in the discount code, which is iBoxingHub24, and you could obviously take advantage of 40%. And big up to Mr. Styles 619 saying, big up fellas. I was surprised to see Deontay Wilder being involved in the team. And yeah, you know what? Just before we touch on that, so we obviously have to, give a few shout outs, of course. Big up to Aisha as well. She obviously did her show on Monday. Guys, if you've not tuned into that, make sure you tune into that. She also had a little say with Berta BF as well, one of the guys who's going to be headlining the big event, of course. And also big up to Abbas, big up to Ray as well. They obviously did a special double header yesterday. So they did the UFC 300 review, and they also previewed the main event that we're going to discuss as well. But cuz we're obviously going to be talking about the 5v5 team. Mr. Styles 619 is obviously surprised about Wilder. I think, Eddie's assembled a good team. I think he should do really well, when it comes down to the matchups, of course. I know everyone's obviously going to have different reviews. Big up Palamos Music as well. He's obviously saying Deontay, captain of Matchroom. I think it's massive, the fact that they are, doing what they're doing together. I think they make a good team, and it's good to see them together as well. Just look at the team. It's good to see them together. I think I said it in the previous show because I wanted to see the Bronze Bomber back. I think we've got the Bronze Bomber back, and I think Eddie Hearn has reignited that thing. And you got Zhang as the opponent, which is going to be a tough one. Also, just want to quickly cover another point as well. Obviously, big up to the Rockstar Aisha for covering the press conference as well. And Aisha's obviously saying, bless you, Mr. Styles. Thanks, Tre. And God bless you, Aisha, as well. You obviously did a double header yourself, and Stay Weighed In did a double header yesterday. And now we're obviously going to do the roundup tonight. So, cuz, give me your thoughts about the team. I was going
to ask you a question. Who do you think's got a stronger team?
Yeah, Matchroom, I would say, man. Just looking at the team. I'm just keeping it 100. Just looking at the team. Let's really assess. So, people, I'm going to keep this image here for a few more seconds. Just look at the team. Just based on the lineups, man. I'm just looking at Matchroom has the stronger team, of course.
Let's stop that back up.
Oh, you want it back up? All right, cool. We'll get it back up for you, cuz. All right, cool. What you saying?
Right. I just want to know, Zhang and Wilder, is that main event or is that co-main event?
That should be a co. Yeah, it should be a co. I believe so. Should be, because that's a massive event, of course. but no one's getting 5-0. It's true. It's true. The way the team was revealed, poker mask, like it was something out of a horror movie. I was like, fuck. Now, big up to you, Mr. Styles, of course. And yeah, look, cuz everyone's obviously got their views. Cuz what? Just if you're looking at the teams now, you've had a little bit more time to process. Saying now, you think Eddie's got the stronger team? You siding with Frank?
Oh,
You saying?
you know what? On paper, I'll say Eddie's got a stronger team, but come down to the night, you never know. Frank's team could cause an upset. I mean, like, look, at the end of the day, all right, everyone fighting on that card, I think it's 50-50. I can't say, oh, yeah, for example, Triple D and Herkovich. That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Herkovich made a statement. He said, if he loses to Triple D, he's calling it a day. So this just shows you how serious he is. Wilder as well, he said and made a statement. If he loses, he's calling it a day. Again, it just shows you how serious they are.
No, it's 100%.
It can go either way. It can go either way. You know? So, yeah, I'd say on paper, Eddie has got the strongest team. But on the night, Frank might deliver. I can see it being overall, I wouldn't say 5-0, no. It could be 3-2 Matchroom.
So I'm guessing you're siding with Palamos Music here, who's also saying 3-2 Eddie.
Or it could be 3-2 Queensbury.
50 between both promoters having the strongest team. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
Or it could be 0-0. Every fight could be a draw.
If every fight was a draw, that would be crazy. But you got Wilder, Spider, Ammo all to win, which is fair. But these are the top names. It's good to see Spider back in that card as well. You got some top names, top cards, guys. What fights are you looking forward to? What's going to be the showstopper? What's going to be the show stealer? You got the Zhang fight. That's going to be interesting as well. Big up to Abbas as well. He's saying 4-1 Eddie. Hamza gets the the double points for Frank, and that's it. That is fair. Big up to Abbas as well. Tremendous work, not just with the double header, but in general in terms of covering Gil Barrett. That was a tremendous experience for the community. If every fight is a draw, then that would be stupid. Yeah, it's fair. It is absolutely fair, but I can't even lie to you. Regardless, it's gonna be interesting.
So it's cut there. I think Shiraz, he might just beat Ammo,
Ooh, okay.
That's a fight. I think that could steal the show because they're both good. I'm leaning more towards the Brit, so but definitely. I mean, do you know that undercard is lit. Think about it, right? The main event for the undisputed unification fight. Then you've got Wilder and Zhang, 2 bangers. Do you know what I mean? It's just like I'm gassed. Either way, yeah. Look, this is just amazing. I'm just hoping that the likes of Boxer can get involved as well. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, they've opponents.
Yeah, no, definitely, because I agree with you. And big up to Jams Boxing as well. He's obviously saying big up Biyenge, big up yours truly, Tre. Now, big up to you as well, my brother. It's always good, having you on the show. But we obviously got a juicy topic or preview to do at the end, of course. And Aisha's obviously saying Hamza for the win, inshallah. Look, Aisha, I agree with you. I think, he's got a good chance of getting the victory. But as we're, on that subject, it's obviously going to be the big one, Bertabiev versus Bivol. You've got the 2, giants of their division finally fighting. Just after seeing the press conference, the build-up, the energy, what are you saying? Who are you going for?
I'm going for Bivol. I'm legit going for Bivol. I just think at this point, because obviously I know Bertobov, you know, he's had more knockouts than Bivol, but I can see this going to distance, and I see Bivol winning. Yeah, I see Bivol winning. If Bertobov doesn't stop Bivol, then I see Bivol winning this fight.
No, it's a very, very good point. Big up to Ra as well. Ra's obviously doing tremendous work for Punch Out Boxing. So, guys, if you're not following Ra, follow Punch Out Boxing, but also follow Ra on the R&R Hour, which is every Thursdays. So make sure you tune into that. Jams is obviously making a good point here. He's looking forward to Spider versus Hutchison, which is obviously going to be a good fight. It's going to be the fight of the night for him. Although Hamza's going to clean. Okay, no, this is a good point. I've got early within 3 rounds, which is fair. All the comments are going absolutely crazy. Big up to everyone involved. Bivol, Palamos Music saying, Jams is saying Bivol wide points victory, which is fair. Abbas is obviously saying, love that both guys. Yeah. Love that both guys. The main event, big talker. Yep, of course, I agree with you as well. Abbas, big up to you, my brother. Mr. Stars is obviously saying evening to Ra and Jams. I think Hamza versus Amel will be a tough fight. I see both fighters getting dropped, which is a fair point. Neutral, big up to you, my brother. So, guys, if you're not tuned in to Neutral's Hard Talk, which is every bi-weekly, guys, it's taken over Twitter, man, that show. So the fact that you've got the UK market working with, the USA market, I absolutely love what's going on. So just bringing communities together, bless, and just loving the energy. Ra and Jams, who you picking? So everyone's just pretty much just getting involved in the chats. Amel might sneak this Bivol by a unanimous decision. It's fair. It's a fair point. Big up to Neutral. Look, everyone's just getting involved in the chat right now. And Aisha, we had to get her point in because she spoke to him in person. So, guys, if you've not seen the short clip, make sure you tune in. Aisha's obviously going for Bertobiev to win. He's a sheer warrior, man. He is a sheer warrior. Wilder win, Hamza win, Hutchison win, Herkovich win, and Ray Ford win. Nice, is good. This is some good saves, man.
All right, just throw it out there. I know some has already answered it. So Herkovich and Triple D. How do you see that one going?
What Herkovich and Triple D? I reckon Herkovich is gonna win, man.
Really?
Yeah, I think Herkovich could win that. I think he could win that. Reason being is, like you said, he's put that extra pressure on himself, so he's gonna have to step it up. The elite athletes, especially at this level, if they're not able to, step it up at that time, then it's questionable. And big up to Hakan, big up to you, brother. He's obviously saying Bivol by wide unanimous decision. Everyone's going for Bivol. Big up to Aisha in your dreams. Yeah, no, I just love the energy. And Palamos is obviously saying Dubois win. Because I think that's a 50-50 fight that I love to see. I think Daniel Dubois, if he has a good performance on the night, I think he can win. But if he has an off night and Herkovich has an off night, Herkovich wins that fight. So I just think Triple D has to have a good night and possibly do the stoppage as well. So Ra's picks, we have to obviously get Ra's picks out there, which is Wilder, KO, 10 round, Triple D, okay, split decision, Richards, unanimous decision, Shiraz, unanimous decision, Ford, split decision, and big up to Lucy from the States as well. I'm thinking Herkovich, Dubois will probably be for the vacant IBF belt. Okay. I think there'll be just one KO. No, that's a good point. And big up to Ryan. Thank you so much for getting involved. Ryan by decision. You can't sleep on a 15-time national champion. So he's talking about the main event, of course. And then Daniel versus AJ. Because everyone's making some good points here, man.
I think this is a big fight for both Herkovich and Daniel. The question is who wants it more? Because think about it, right? Triple D, this is his second chance. You know, this is his second time getting a world title shot. First was Usyk, now it's going to be what, the vacay belt. Whereas Herkovic, he's been waiting for a very, very long time because he's been mandatory for, is it over a year now or two? I don't know.
Yeah, it's been mandatory for a long time, and yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting fight for me. Obviously, neutral. Got to get his picks. He's obviously saying Wilder, Williams, Hutchison, Ford, Triple D, which is good picks, my brother. Hakan's obviously saying Wilder, Herkovic, Richards, Shiraz, Bull. Ooh, this throwing the spinners there. Love that. Harvey, Haney, points victory over Garcia, or late stoppage at the weekend. So we obviously know Jams is itching to talk about the big event, of course. Cuz, do you want to, you know what, before we get to the main event, let's obviously just put the tail on the tape for the people. Them, of course, it's the head-to-head between the two fighters. Cuz,
put it back up again. Sorry, put it back up again.
Yeah, right there.
Oh, this looks interesting. We'll put that one more time. one more time. So Haney's had 15 KOs. Garcia's had 20 KOs. Interesting. Yep.
Yeah, interesting. It is interesting. Obviously, neutral going for Haney, which is the fair pick, of course. Haney all day, every day in that fight against Garcia. Haney, and guys, thank you so much for getting involved in the polls as well. You know, everyone is pretty much going for Haney to win. But guys, if you think anything different and you're not live on the show, just go in the description. The poll link should be there. Just get involved. We definitely feel that, you know, doing these polls for the people is good, so that we have an idea what everyone's saying about the fight. It should be Haney's to win. It should be Haney's to win. Hakan's obviously going for Haney, wide unanimous decision. Jams, the dream is going to fake King Rai to sleep. Ooh, okay, on Saturday. And yeah, no, it's a good point. It's a very, very good point, of course. Lucy's saying I got Haney, but I think it's real close. Ooh, Garcia's got to be trolling. I think Raz obviously talking about the back end stuff, of course. But cuz, just give me your thoughts, man. I want to know.
Well, right. With the back end stuff, I don't want to go too much into it, but could it be a net? Just to boost and build up the fight, get more views, more clout. Because surely, look, this is a world title. This is he's fighting for the WBC title, right? Yeah. And he's been cleared, you know, like to fight, because I know some people are concerned about his mental health. But it could be a nat. I don't know, but I'm saying it could be a nat, because it's just like, look, he's playing this, but come fight night, we might see a different Garcia.
That's what
Garcia could cause an upset. You know, don't be surprised. That's all I'm saying. Don't be surprised.
It's definitely possible.
Good fight. It's definitely a good fight, but it can go either way. My opinion is it can go either way. On paper, I would say Haney, but the way I'm seeing it now, it could be 50-50.
Oh, yeah, I'm just everyone's getting crazy in the comments. Just thank you so much for everyone just getting involved, because I 100% agree with you. It definitely can be a lot closer than what people think. Obviously, on paper, just based on the skills, you know, Haney's former undisputed. You know, he's unbeaten. You know, he's looked good in every fight that he's been in. This definitely is a fight where, you know, because both guys have had that history in the past, they've fought. This could be a fight that Ryan Garcia might think, you know what, forget about the fights of the past with Tank, etc. This is between me and Haney. It's 3-3. This is the one-off that counts. And, you know, sometimes, you know, the underdog does win these kind of fights, man. So just based on what everyone's saying, so I just want to quickly just run through some of the comments, of course. Ra's obviously saying, I'm sure all of the nonsense might even be pre-recorded. Mr. Stars is obviously saying Garcia needs some kind of help after all that trolling. Obviously, Palamos is saying he's not acting normally, which is fair. Aisha's obviously saying Haney for the win. Agree that Garcia could be acting, but don't think he can come in and upset Chris. So, yeah, which is fair, which is a fair point. Jams is obviously saying Ryan's in the space now on X, chatting bare shit again, talking about killing Haney in the ring. He's a joke and needs to be stopped, in my opinion. He's a disgrace to boxing and looks like a rent boy. I think he's doing it based on his comments before, and I agree. I don't think it's the biggest shock if Garcia wins this fight. This is true. Look, anything happens in boxing, and I always kind of feel that he must know something in the back end, about Haney that we might not know, as fans. Like, we obviously watch the events, we get some sort of coverage, we could obviously gauge in terms of what's going on, but in the back end, mate, we don't have no idea what's going on. This could be a deploy, could be an act, just to get everyone talking, etc. But regardless of what's going on outside the ring, I think, this is a proper fight in the ring.
Would you be shocked if Garcia was to win that fight?
I wouldn't be shocked, no, because the reason why, I'm obviously going to get back to Mr. Styles' point here. The reason why I wouldn't be shocked is because, when you've got like a rivalry with someone, like this could be in games, or I know this is games or sports or whatever. When you've been competing with them more than once, you kind of have an idea of, what you're going to get into. Whereas, with a lot of these fighters, they're kind of fighting these people for the first time in the ring. So it takes them, a few rounds to kind of gauge what kind of fighter they are, etc. So I just think on a one-off night, the underdog can win. It's possible, definitely. Mr. Styles is obviously saying Papa Haney was quoting Ivan Drago from Rocky 4. Yeah, he was. We obviously love Haney. Big up to him as well. Lucy, I'll be massively shocked if Garcia wins the fight. Haney is just a better fighter for me, in my opinion. Ryan just needs to focus on boxing instead of chatting shit, which is fair. And look, Jams is obviously saying this from a perspective of he's seeing him in the spaces and, he's seeing what he's doing live. So it's fair. It's a fair point. And I just think that all of this could be a part of promoting. Like you said.
Like I said, it could be an match. I mean, it could be an match. But may the best man win. I mean, so what's next for the winner? So let's just say Haney beats Ryan Garcia. Who's next? Is it Lopez?
You know what?
Matias?
Me personally, I would love the takeover and Haney next. If we're talking hypothetically and Haney wins, I would love to see the takeover versus the Dream. That's the fight that I would want to see. But the one that looks more realistic if Haney does win is Matias. It's the only reason why I say Matias is realistic because under Matchroom, Haney's got a good relationship with Matchroom. So I definitely feel that, something can be arranged for both fighters to, get in the ring and fight, of course. And Mr. Styles is obviously saying agreeing Jams. He needs to clear his head, focus on boxing, because if you can't do this, then I can't be undisputed champion of the world one day, which is a fair point. Lucy's obviously saying don't pay attention to that stuff. I think Garcia fights his absolute best on the night, though. Jams maybe still not good enough. I still think that this is what I'm saying. Lucy is 100% right with what she's saying. I think that I'm not paying too much attention to it as well. I'm more focused on what happens on the night because once they're both in the ring and the first punches, all of the trolling and everything's going to be forgotten, man, because when you get punched in that face, that's where it's showtime, man. Everything that's been said, you got to pay for your crimes in that ring. And I think Garcia is a soldier. He's been able to show that, he's fought the likes of Tank. He's gone in the ring with him, and you saw what happened when he fought Tank. So, no, just credit to both warriors. Just the fact that the fight's happening. It's the one. It's the major one. Who wins is up to the viewers, is up to the people. But of course, everyone is saying Haney should win this comfortably or on points. But it just depends on the night. Who wants it more on the night? But on paper, Haney should do it. And look, Lucy's obviously saying Haney versus Matthias would be an easier fight to make. I definitely agree. Jams is obviously saying he was in the New York stage on the right night out of his. Yeah, you know what? It's very true. I'm professional. It's a good point what you're saying. And look, he's probably not doing the right things off the ring, but in the ring, like what Lucy said, I definitely feel that he's going to give it his best on the night. And yes, but Jams, it's true, 100% true. And look, Palamos Music's obviously saying so true. I'm just embarrassed by Ryan's antics. And yeah, a lot of people don't like what Ryan's doing. Something strange going on at the moment. So, guys, everyone has a lot to say about the antics off the ring, but in the ring, cuz I think Garcia has a puncher's chance of winning this fight, as you would in boxing. You would have
if
to.
Garcia was to win this fight, I would want to see him fight Lopez or Tank. Tank should come up and fight Garcia at 140.
Rematch, yeah. No, that
would be interesting.
That would be a good fight because
you've got Derek James in his corner, I want to see if the outcome will be the same or different.
Ooh, you're right. You're absolutely right. So do you think in terms of now that we're kind of talking about the boxing stuff now, do you think Derek James is going to add to his game in terms of add to his arsenal, make him a more solid boxer? We've seen what he's been able to do with Spence. The truth. What's your thoughts on that?
He should, but it comes down to Garcia, because remember when he fought Tank, it's like he wasn't listening to his corner. He was frustrated, So I feel that Derek James can add something, but it just comes down to Garcia if he's going to take it in and apply it. So, Yeah, no,
definitely. Look, so in the ring, Garcia can be one of the greatest. It's the stuff outside the ring that's hurting him the most, which is true. It could be hurting him, but he's gaining followers and awareness just through us, mentioning what he's doing. It's all good public for him at the end of the day. So Mike Tyson looking fit. So Palamos Music's obviously talking about the big one. And cuz also, as we're getting to that subject,
yes.
Versus Serrano. This is an absolute treat, of course. I know it's going to be on the undercard for Tyson and Jake Paul.
That is silly. That should be main event. That should be main event. That was like one of the best female fights I watched. When was it? Was it last year? Or was it 2 years ago? I can't remember now. Yeah. But that fight was so close. I don't know. Part of me, I feel that Serrano won, but then I don't know. It was so close, so close. And revenge or repeat?
I think it's the final farewell fight for Katie Taylor.
Really?
I think after this, if Serrano does get the win, which I think maybe this time round, I know you're looking at, she's coming up in weight, but I think she's hungry with Serrano. She didn't have that last fight. It didn't happen. So she's going to be hungry to obviously give it her all for this fight. I just want to get everyone's thoughts briefly before we obviously wrap up. Taylor versus Serrano on the undercard to Jake Paul. Another embarrassing statement to boxing, which is fair. Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano should be the main event on Netflix, not yet, which is true. It's free for Netflix subscribers. Guys, it's going to be free as well. So you can't miss this major event. Big up Netflix for that. Honestly, like guys who have Netflix, people, if you've got Netflix, you've got an absolute treat that's coming up as well. Followers come and go. They go away. So obviously they're talking about Ryan Garcia, of course, man. But cuz absolute cracker. Once again, we got to give, Jake Paul his flowers, because having this, and then you've obviously got this card as well in it as well. Come on, cuz.
Yeah, but Mike Tyson, Jake Paul's fight is not, what is it, an exhibition? So I can't take it serious.
Yeah, that's why I'm more interested in this, cuz I'm interested in this. This is my main event, in my opinion. That's the treat that us fans were gonna have, you know, for having that. But at the end of the day, cuz it's gonna be free. Look, I think they're both winding down as well. Hakan's obviously saying April 30th, 2022. I was there. SM, yeah. Look, Madison. Big up to you, Hakan. I know you had seats as well. Big up to you. This is gonna be, it's gonna be absolutely massive, cuz. Yeah, as we're obviously gonna wrap up the show, of course, as we're leaving, we obviously have to give them a shout out as well. Firstly, obviously shout out Jams, he's got the trackie. So guys, just really utilize the partnership that we've got with D-Rock, of course. We've got the likes of Johnny Nelson, Joseph Parker, myself, Biyenge, Ra, Abbas, Ray, Aisha, the whole of the iBoxingHub family. Everyone's representing, of course. Just take advantage of the 40% off. So just put in the code iBoxingHub24, 40% off. Go in the descriptions, just have a browse, and just take it from there, really. And guys, also we might as well put the schedule on for everyone. So guys, for everyone that's tuned in, on Mondays, Green Diamond Boxing with Aisha. Tuesday, you've got Stay Weighed In with Abbas and Ray. Wednesdays, obviously, got the roundup with myself and Mr. Sports Entertainment, Biyenge. Thursdays, you've got R&R Hour with Ra and Rico. Fridays, you've got the Hard Talk with Neutral. And he's obviously going to have his guests, of course. And also, you've got the crossovers, which is bi-weekly. Saturdays, sometimes we do a watch-along, depending on the fight. And then Sundays, we are back with the roundup to, round up everything during the week. But cuz, literally, that's done. But I'm going to hand that over to yourself. But people, once again, big up. Thank you for your support. We obviously love you all. And we appreciate the love and the energy as always.
Thank you for your support. Keep supporting. The channel's growing. Follow us on our socials. Have a lovely, productive week, and we shall see you on Sunday after the big fight, Haney and Garcia. Peace and love.
Big up.
It's another bang. All the Muslim cars now, whichever get up. Light up my card with a sweet one, please. Someone flicks me up.